Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Chris here again with SPOOKtastic Reviews. If you're watching this right now, you're probably wondering, holy crap, this video got uploaded really early in the morning. Yeah, you know why that is? Because it's October 1st, and you know what that means? It is the start of the spooky month. It is the spooky season. It's all about, candy corn, which is gross. It's about trick-or-treating. It's about TPing your neighbors. It's about dressing up, and it's also about watching horror movies. So there's a big thing on Twitter right now where people are sharing, these are the movies I'll be watching to the month of October, and I'm like, oh, sweet, that is cool. I'm totally down with that. So I kind of took it upon myself. I'm going to try and watch one horror movie each day during the whole month of October until we get to Halloween night. And I thought, you know what? I want to document this. Since this is the first time I will be doing this, I want to document it. I want to share it with all of you. So what I thought would be the best thing is to start this new series during this month, and I want to call it the SPOOKtastic Reviews. So what the SPOOKtastic Reviews will be, since I'll be watching a movie every day, this week I want to upload a video that kind of highlights one movie or two movies that I saw during that week, so I can maybe recommend it or talk about it some more if it's interesting or if it's completely different than what I thought. So that way I have that there. So without further ado, I want to thank Shudder for being dirt cheap, because a few movies I'll be watching will be through there. Please check out Shudder. Also on Shudder, there's an episode of Creep Show of the new series that I really thought was cool. Me and Daniel, who's been on this channel before, we're talking about that on the podcast of Cobwebs, which I'm basically a co-host on. We talk about that and Vault of Horror, the Vault of Horror anthology as well. So definitely recommend checking that out. So I'll put the link of that down below. Okay, so let's get into the movies I'll be watching in no particular order as well. Just because I haven't really decided how I'm going to marathon. Basically, any of these movies that I'm listing, I believe there are enough to fit every single day. There might be a few extras that just in case I want to swap some out. But let's talk about the movies I plan on watching, because that's what we're watching, waiting for, right? So the first movie I want to talk about is Frankenstein.
It's alive. It's alive. It's moving. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive.
Frankenstein from the Universal Monsters and The Bride of Frankenstein from 1931 and 35. I haven't seen these movies. I definitely know I need to. I've been told plenty of times before to check them out. I saw Wolfman with Daniel as well, and we did a podcast episode on that. So that was my first Universal Horror Monsters movie. So now I need to check out some more essentials. Next movie on the list I'd love to check out, because, there's some movies in here that are crazy and batshit insane. So I need something that's going to calm my nerves but also give me that creepy factor, and that is Coraline.
And I don't like being stalked. Not by psycho nerds or their cats.
He's not really my cat. He's kind of feral. Wild. Of course, I do feed him every night, and sometimes he'll come in my window and bring me little dead things.
I love Coraline a lot. I think it's a really great movie. It's really dark, too, which is great. However, this might be a fringe option, because I've seen this movie quite a few times. So if I want to replace it, this might be one of them. It also has really cool old school Spy Kids 3D glasses. I completely forgot that I owned, so they're here. So if you want some of these, let me know, and maybe I'll mail you some Coraline 3D glasses. Continuing on with the animation and lightheartedness, one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, that is A Corpse Bride. It is not actually, well, it's directed by Tim Burton and someone else as well, but Corpse Bride. That's right. Love this movie to death. It's sweet. It's got some scares, and I love the music. It's kind of jazzy, and I also love the animation. It is just so great. But it has Johnny Depp, which is equally terrifying as it is, especially if you're close to him. So because I'm sick and sadistic and I have no soul, The House That Jack Built. I got this as a free copy. When I picked up my region-free Blu-ray player, I got a free copy of The House That Jack Built. I saw Antichrist recently. I'm insane for admitting that I saw it recently. Yeah, I definitely need to check this movie out now, and so I can hopefully feel some sort of emotion. Next movie on the list, I finally finished Halloween 5 now. So I need to watch these last 3 Halloween movies and this triple pack, which is H2O, which is Halloween Water, which is where Michael Myers comes to Haddonfield to try to find some good water because the water has been poisoned by lead. That's a really dark joke. Curse of Michael Myers is on here too. I need to check that one out. It's being called The Scariest Halloween of Them All. Highly doubt that. I will be the judge of that one. And then Halloween Resurrection, which is probably a play on how Michael Myers comes back to life.
I shot him 6 times.
We'll see how that goes. These are the last 3 Halloween movies I need to see, so that I can have seen all the Halloween movies. The next movies, because I love this boy to death and it pisses people off when I say that, Eli Roth in Hostels 1 and 2.
It's a really violent journey into hell, and there's lots of blood and guts.
I need to check these 2 out. I'm going to. I won't be bragging about it either, I'm sure, because I'm going to be probably called a freak for it. But gotta love Eli Roth. Cabin Fever, awesome movie. Next movie, best friend of Eli Roth, basically. The Lords of Salem from Rob Zombie. I think I've seen this movie before. I need to rewatch it. I can't remember if I did or not. So I'm going to watch this movie this month. Also, I might also watch The Devil's Rejects. And the reason for that is earlier this month, well, at the end of September, Sid Haig passed away, I'm sure you all know. And Sid Haig meant a lot to me because when I first discovered Rob Zombie's movies, it was because of House of a Thousand Corpses. And his Captain Spaulding really just hit me as a character, and him as an actor, just seeing an actor love what he was doing, and his being so iconic in that movie really stood the test for me, and it really made me appreciate the genre even more than I already was going to. I kind of snuck that movie into like my DVDs at the time of when I was at family video with my mom. She wouldn't know I was renting these movies. I'd sneak them in with normal movies, Oscar movies, and like sneak in these trashy stuff. So I could watch that, and House of a Thousand Corpses was that. And I have to credit Sid Haig for really putting an impression on me. And it's really sad that he's gone. I followed most of his stuff, or at least I tried to. Obviously, Jackie Brown, he's awesome in that as the judge, and he's a Jack Hill's Pit Stop, which is an amazing Arrow release, and he is incredible in that movie. Maybe my favorite performance by him. He's in Spider Baby. I've yet to see. I've seen some clips with him in it. And Devil's Rejects, he's awesome in as well. That movie's going to be definitely watched as like a tribute to him. So rest in peace, Sid Haig. You're definitely missing, especially here at Hertastic Reviews. Next movie on the list, I recently saw Day of the Dead, and man, that movie hit me. I think it's a 5-star movie for me. It's 5 out of 5. I love it more than Dawn of the Dead. I know that's taboo for some people, but Day of the Dead is awesome. So when I want to rank these, the 3 trilogy of Romero's, which I think is pretty flawless in and of themselves, I need to rewatch this movie, Night of the Living Dead.
Out back, too.
I have it here on Criterion. I need to rewatch this movie. I haven't seen it since I was a teenager. So I really need to watch it to see where I rank the trilogy. So I'm really excited to get into it. This is the definitive edition I've been waiting for to get. It's gorgeous. Can't wait to watch it. Next movie on the list is, of course, Fright Night.
What's he doing here?
I invited him over for a drink.
What?
I invited him over. Why?
What's the matter, Charlie? Afraid I'd never come over without being invited first?
Oh, man, this movie is freaking awesome. Chris Sarandon's on this. If you haven't seen Fright Night, I was kind of late to the party with this movie, but Daniel and Seth showed it to me, and I was blown away. I just really grew an appreciation for like fun and horror and like vampires and stuff, and this movie delivered all the goods. You don't have to own this Twilight Time edition. I got it in a deal, luckily. Where Daniel nearly murdered me to get this copy, but get it now at a standard Blu-ray, DVD, Blu-ray. You don't want DVD, but you can get the standard Blu-ray now. It's about $20 or so. Highly recommend picking that movie up. But yeah, Fright Night. Can't wait to watch it again. In preparation for Dr. Sleep, that's coming out in for some reason November. It should be in October, but that is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I haven't seen this movie in a long time. I really want to watch it before I see Dr. Sleep. I have it here in a really cool steelbook. A 4K release of this movie just came out. I know David Harrington, who's a really good friend of ours here, at Hertastic Reviews. I think he saw it at theaters or he bought it. I don't know. I'm always jealous of what he's doing. But yeah, The Shining, I really want to check out. I've been watching a lot more Stephen King movies lately, and man, his movies are just freaking awesome, except maybe It too. Next movie, I haven't seen it, but if you saw the video that Daniel and I saw and talk, but Daniel and I did a video where I was in Colombia. We went to Family Video, and some of you will know that I picked up this movie, Sisters of the Plague. I have no idea how good the movie this is, but it did have a review by Bloody Disgusting, who I really enjoy and like. And that their review on the back of this DVD was enough for me to pay the 69 probably cents of the cost of this movie. So I'm completely juvenile, but I'm gonna leave. But yeah, the Sisters of the Plague. We'll see how good this movie is. If you see this movie, drop maybe a review on it for me so I can prepare myself. We'll see. Because I love the anthology movies. Daniel picked this up. You see, I keep talking about Daniel. Daniel really did me solid. He bought a bunch of movies during a Scream Factory sale during the summer, and he threw at me the Body Bags film, which I've definitely been wanting to rewatch for a long time. It's John Carpenter, Tobe Hooper, Mark Hamill's in this as well. Good Lord, I am almost like wanting to pop this in right now. But yeah, Body Bags I want to check out again and see where I rank it with my anthology films. Next movie, as you see, I love Gremlins, which means I also love Toy Soldiers, which means I also love Joe Dante. So I need to watch a Joe Dante film. I'm going to save Gremlins for Christmas. It's a little more. It's obviously a Christmas movie for me. But I am going to be watching The Howling. I haven't seen The Howling. It comes very highly recommended within my circle. I've held on to this for a little bit now. So I think this month is the time to watch. Next movie, Tony Todd, because I love that man and I love this movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but that is Candyman.
But she said his name the last time.
Candyman.
She turned out the lights.
Can't wait to revisit this movie. I know Daniel's envious whenever he sees me talk about it or even hold it. You see this, Daniel? Does it make you jealous right now? Yeah, let me raise the slip really slow for you. Oh man, this movie's freaking awesome. I need to rewatch this movie again this month, and I can't wait. This is probably one of the movies I'm really anticipating of rewatching during this month. So Candyman, can't miss it. This movie's another fringe horror movie I might not watch because I've seen it plenty of times, but that is Monster House. A bunch of kids terrorize an old senile man whose house is possessed by his very obese wife, who's as big of a house. This movie. The premise doesn't sound very politically correct. There's Kevin James in it, so maybe you want to check that out. This is a fringe watch. I just love this movie. It's just simple. It's a really great animation. Steven Spielberg's in this. He must hate obese people because he's so thin and old and shouting at clouds at Netflix probably too. The next movie on the list is Trick or Treat. If you've seen this movie, you already know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen this movie, do yourself a favor. Stop what you're doing and watch this freaking movie. This movie is awesome. Probably one of the best anthologies ever made. Just pure fun. And Brian Cox is in this movie, and that Cox effect is awesome for me because whenever Brian Cox is in a movie, I instantly love it. I just whether it's Autopsy, Jane Doe, Troy, Manhunter, Brian Cox rules. And then a recent pickup of $5 from some crazy person here that's local. Sold this to me for $5. That's the Silent Hill Scream Factory edition. One of the best movie adaptation films, perhaps, at least for the horror genre. This movie's awesome. It has Sean Bean in it. He doesn't die. Spoilers. But yeah, this movie's awesome. I haven't seen it in a while, and I can't wait to watch it again. And then some other movies. I have them here on my phone because I'm lazy and I can't ever remember anything. But some movies I'm going to be checking out as well on Shudder because it's dirt cheap and I'm not a broke boy. Those movies are Satanic Panic. I've heard so many great things on Twitter about it. Need to check it out. So that's going to be one of the watches I'll have during this month. Don't Be Afraid of Tigers, I believe is what it's called. I could be wrong. I most likely am wrong, but it's on Shudder. Really great reviews. I'm going to be watching that. Haunt is another movie I will be watching on Shudder. These are all basically on Shudder except the last two. Blood and Black Lace, Mario Bava film. Haven't seen it. Kill Baby Kill is the only Bava I've seen, so I'm sure Daniel's going to be happy that I'll be watching that. Dogtooth, Gaspar Noé, and Yorgos. Really love Killing a Sacred Deer, and love The Lobster. Don't care for The Favorite. It's not my favorite. But Dogtooth is on there, and it sounds insane, so I'll be watching that this month. The Wailing. Gotta watch some Eastern Asian films, and this movie sounds awesome. Speaking of that, Train to Busan is the next movie I'll be watching. I am late to the party on this movie. I hear it's phenomenal, and I'm very anticipating this movie as well. Cheap Thrills is another movie I'll be watching. If you know anything about Cheap Thrills, I don't. My roommate Seth just said he heard it had really great reviews and it sounded interesting, so why the hell not, right? It's October. Next movie, Dead and Buried, Dan O'Bannon film. I actually haven't seen this movie, so I need to rewatch. I just need to watch the damn movie, so I'm going to. The last two movies I'm probably going to be reserving for Halloween Eve and Halloween night. I don't know which order. I think I kind of have an idea, but that is John Carpenter's The Thing. I haven't seen that movie in about 2 years, and I kind of want to watch it again, rediscover it. And then the next movie will be Halloween 3, which is my favorite Halloween movie. So can't wait to watch TV and dance to that awesome soundtrack.
Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
It's almost time, kids.
So, yeah, Halloween 3 will most likely be the movie watched on Halloween. We shall see. But anyway, like this video says, this is going to be the Spooktastic reviews video series I'll be doing. I'll be watching 7 movies during this week. And then, of course, during one of the days, I will do a review on one movie I think that stands out and why I should recommend it or not. If you'd like to see the ratings and reviews I do of each movie I watch of each single day, if you're obsessed with me that much, thank you, because I know I'm not. You can check me out on Letterboxd with all those reviews and my ratings as well. But if you let me know down below in the comment section, what are you going to be watching during October? What do you think of some of these movies? Are some of them crap, or some of them you're really wanting to watch, or you're anxious for me to give a review on? Let me know down below. So anyway, happy Spooktober season for you all. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around, and I'll see you next time.